Hi everyone, this is John Girardi with Right to Life of Central California, giving you another in our 40 videos for 40 Days for Life series. 40 Days for Life is the international campaign of prayer and presence outside abortion clinics here in Fresno, throughout the country, and throughout the world. If you want to learn more about our campaign in Fresno, please get in touch with us at 559-229-2229 or email us at info@rtlcc.org or just visit the website rtlcc.org. We're going to spend a couple of videos talking about the pillars of the American abortion regime, which hopefully could be overturned this next June by Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization, the big Supreme Court case that could overturn Roe v. Wade. So I want to start by talking a little bit about Roe, what exactly Roe was, what it did. In Roe v. Wade, lawyers for this woman named Norma McCorvey alleged that Texas, which had a long-standing statute outlawing almost all abortion except to save the mother's life, the Texas abortion statute was a violation of an unenumerated, meaning not explicitly written in the Constitution, an unenumerated but fundamental constitutional right to abortion. The argument was that the 14th Amendment's Due Process Clause protected a right to privacy, and that within privacy was a right to abortion. The 14th Amendment Due Process Clause is this one section of the 14th Amendment that says no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. And as it sort of indicates in it, process, this is kind of a procedural guarantee, a guarantee that the North imposed on southern states returning to the Union, basically to have fair and just legal procedures. The Supreme Court, during the course of the 20th century, began to extend this logic out further, saying that certain kinds of rights needed to exist in America's legal culture in order for there to be fair processes, rights to things like privacy, which was created out of Griswold v. Connecticut, a Supreme Court case about 10 years before Roe v. Wade. This right to privacy was sort of nebulous and poorly defined, and the court in Roe v. Wade basically extended that right to privacy to the right to make medical decisions. So they found a right to privacy hidden in the 14th Amendment, and then within a right to privacy, they found hidden in there a right to abortion. But it gets even screwier. Even within the right to abortion, the justices found a sort of tripartite structure based on the 3 trimesters of pregnancy. The court ruled that in the first trimester, states cannot regulate abortion at all, can't ban abortion, can't limit abortion, nothing at all. In the second trimester, states can impose certain kinds of restrictions for health and safety for the woman. And in the third trimester, states can even ban abortion, but only if there's an exception for pregnancies where the mother's health is threatened. We'll talk about what the mother's health means in our next video. So if you're sort of confused by how the Supreme Court could find all of this in the 14th Amendment, you're not alone. What the Supreme Court was really doing, and was not very shy about what they were doing, was really writing law, not really trying to find what the framers of the 14th Amendment actually meant in their drafting of it. Rather, they were just writing law. They wrote what they thought was sort of the best way to have a legal regime around abortion in the United States. And in doing so, as I'll demonstrate in the next video on Doe versus Bolton, they effectively put in place a legal regime guaranteeing abortion for all 9 months of pregnancy and for any reason as a fundamental constitutional right. By saying it was in the Constitution, it also limits the ability of state governments to regulate it. Look, if something is a constitutional right in the U.S. Constitution, a state can't pass a law to regulate it. You know, the First Amendment protects the right to freedom of speech. The California legislature can't just sign a law outlawing freedom of speech for some people. They can't do it, as much as they might try. So this is what Roe v. Wade did. It creates a fundamental right to abortion, creates it, allegedly finding it somewhere in the text of the 14th Amendment, never explicitly stated. And it basically, therefore, protects legal abortion for all 9 months of pregnancy and for any reason. Now, we're going to explain how that works tomorrow by talking about Doe versus Bolton, which defines what kinds of pregnancies in the third trimester impact a mother's health. We'll see you next time here with 40 videos for 40 Days for Life.